things. The action was good, but it was kind of short. The plot was kind of predictable. Talked about that. Everything happens far too fast, and they try to do too much at once. They don't develop things right. The denouements are quick, or I guess the denouement is the main conflict. So that just kind of happens really quick. The fight scene is like maybe 3 minutes long. I mean, there's an extended one, but when they finally go to the final battle, it's like maybe 3 minutes, and it's not. It's short again. And they don't do good character development. It's just there's a lot of whatever moments. I'm a nerd techie kind of guy. There's a scene in it that you can see in the previews where he has a particle accelerator, and that was one of the. I actually laughed out loud in the movie theater, getting a lot of angry looks from people because it was just so stupid. It was like a whatever, and I know it's suspended disbelief because it's a guy in a suit flying around. Anyway, the special effects are awesome, of course. They weren't. I didn't like the suit coming together moments as much as in the first one. I liked the spot with Bill O'Reilly. And there's one of the scenes that had Bill O'Reilly in it.
Oh, God.
It was good. Okay, now that's it for my rants on Iron Man 2, and I'm going to set up real quick for my future.
His future, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be fantastic.
Tell me what you know about 3D, Yanni.
Oh, well, goodness gracious, 3D? I'm wearing some glasses right now. Nicholas Matthew Olson went to go see Shrek 3. He said it was okay. We'll see when I go see it. But as far as these glasses go, I don't know what to tell you. These are like a magic. This is magic right here in the making. As far as we know, 3D is simply by taking two images, split apart, sometimes with different colors, and then as you put the glasses on, they bring them together in a point that's focused in front of you. And that's where 3D comes from as far as right now. However, Brett Goodrich has another form of three-dimensional interactions.
Okay, now we'll split and show you what's behind in a second. But what I want to talk about is something called augmented reality. And if you're a nerd, you've probably heard of this, or if, like Brock, you have a telecom class, you've probably heard about this as well. What this is, I believe it's the future, and maybe I'll get on that later if I have time. How much time do I have anyway? I'm over. Oh, great. Well, that's all right. You guys will love this. This is taking something and then adding onto it. So basically, you have a video feed, and then you lay on top of it something from 3D. Now, I'll show you an example. The camera, the webcam behind me from my computer is seeing our studio, and I'm about to hold up a marker to it, and the software running on my computer will recognize the marker, and then it will lay something on top of it that will move as the marker moves. And then I'll come back and explain it. Now, watch. Now, you're curious, like, how is this even remotely useful? See if I can get it to work here. The brightness might not be right. Come on.
It was working before.
There it goes.
There you go.
Now you can see it's just a simple little animation, but you can see that if I hold it still, it'll stay still. But if I rotate it, it moves with me because the camera is actually tracking what's going on. It can see the little marker, if I put my hand in front of it, the Hyro marker there. The computer recognizes that, and then it lays down this 3D model on top of it. And so you're thinking, okay, why is that useful? Well, since we usually do a TV show, a movie, and then a video game, let's talk about how this applies to video games.
And now Brett has a nice video.
Right, okay.
About how this can be used in gaming, even with, I believe this is a cell phone?
This is actually a cell phone, okay. Some of you might have seen this. This is a little zombie shooting game that I found on the internet. And what it does is it uses the camera of one of these next-generation smartphones. And if you print out a piece of paper and you lay it down on the ground, and then the camera sees it, and the software on the phone recognizes it, and then it will, let's see if I can move ahead here, it will lay down stuff on top of it. And now, as you saw, we have animations. See if I can get it. I should have just left it. Ouch.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay, now it's going to start here. Now what you're seeing is through the smartphone itself, and it'll switch to an outside view, but you can see that there's a piece of paper on the ground and a bunch of buildings that have popped up. Now what this is the camera, you can see right here on the right side, see this guy? This is all that there is in reality, is this little piece of paper. And the camera, with the software that it has, is seeing the piece of paper, and then on the camera screen is laying down these 3D models on top. Now, look at this. The way this works is that there's a cursor in the middle, and there's a bunch of zombies roaming the streets. And you have to move around with the camera and put that cursor, or put that crosshair on top of a zombie, and then you tap the screen to shoot. Now, you can see this is obviously a really innovative way to interact with this media, and it's revolutionary. I mean, you haven't seen anything like this before unless you have heard about this kind of thing before. It's really unique. Now, this is actually just a little game where it's running around. You can see it goes back to shots of where it's just a piece of paper laying on the ground and then a guy with the camera, and the software recognizes it, goes through, and then lays this on top of it. So he's trying to save a certain number of civilians that get to the middle. Yeah, he's got Brock sees the Rubik's Cube. So why is this so cool? I mean, obviously it's really cool because it is what it is. And they can use product placements by, like, when you put a Skittle on, it becomes a bomb. Okay. Now, that is innovative product placement, if anything is. But let's talk about something more practical. Now we have, obviously, video games, and maybe I can do a spot on this on Welcome to the Web with Nick, but I'm going to try to wrap up here. Now imagine we get technology that can project onto the surface of glasses, or I've seen technology on the surfaces of contact lens. You look at a restaurant through the glasses or whatever, and the glasses have some kind of camera that's built into them that recognizes the restaurant, and you want to know what reviews are. So you ask for reviews, and it would project onto both surfaces of the camera. That's 3D, it's two surfaces. And then it would look as if a big sheet with reviews on it appeared in front of your eyes. Or if you've ever seen those commercials with the insurance company where there's the green line going, you want to know how to get to somewhere. You find out, and then as long as you're looking through the glasses, it looks like in reality there is a green line or something like that on the ground. It's called augmented reality, and I personally think it's the future. All right, I've got to wrap up, so we'll pause that.
Yep.
Thank you for watching the Feed Live. My name is Brett Goodrich.
I'm Yanni Tolokan, and you have just watched Real
Reviews.